Good morning, students. We are going to start with your lesson 3, Understanding Quadrilateral. You will write this lesson in your Maths Interleaf notebook.
Take out page number 37 in your maths textbook. We are going to start with lesson 3. You are going to write the exercise of this lesson in your maths interleaf notebook. Now, in the beginning of the lesson, there is a small recap exercise given to you, which you have already done in your previous class. You have to match the following in the textbook itself. Already you have learned about simple curves in your previous class. Simple closed curves does not intersect each other, and the curve which crosses itself is not a simple closed curve. On the basis of this, you are going to match these figures with the appropriate answer. Now we are going to start with polygons. As you can see the definition, a simple closed curve made up of only line segment is called a polygon, which means that a figure in which the figure is made up of only line segment, as you can see the examples here, that are only called polygons. If you take the figures, as you can see here, one more figure I have drawn here, it's a closed figure, but it is not made up of line segment. So we cannot consider all these figures should be closed, plus it should be also made up of line segment. Now we come to the next page. Here classification of polygon is given. You can see the table in which names of different polygons are given according to the number of sides. If you see first one, it has 3 sides, then the figure with 3 sides is called triangle. Similarly, with 4 sides is called quadrilateral. With 5 sides, pentagon. With 6 sides, hexagon. With 7 sides, heptagon. With 8 sides, octagon. With 9 sides, nonagon. With 10 sides, decagon. And similarly, if you can go up to n number of sides. And along with that, you can observe the figures for each polygon. Now we come to the diagonals. As you can see in the definition, a diagonal is a line segment connecting two non-consecutive vertices of a polygon, which means that when you join the two non-adjacent vertices that are on the opposite sides with a line segment, then we can get a diagonal. If you observe the first figure, there is a rectangle given with the name PQRS. If I join the vertice S and Q, P and R, then I will get a diagonal SQ and PR. Similarly, if I take a pentagon and if I join the vertices which are not adjacent to each other, which are non-consecutive vertices, so then we can get 5 different diagonals. Similarly, the last figure in which if I join vertice K with M and L with N, then I can get 2 diagonals by joining these vertices. Now, our next topic is interior and exterior of a closed figure. Now here you can observe 2 figures. In first figure, the shaded part, that is the inner part of this closed figure, is called the interior of the closed figure. Similarly, the shaded part which is outside the closed figure, that is called the exterior of the closed figure. Now we come to the convex and concave polygons. First we are going to learn about convex polygons. Now in convex polygons, all the diagonals lie completely inside the polygon and each of its interior angle is less than 180 degree. Which means if I draw the diagonals, as you can see I have drawn the diagonals, then these diagonals will always lie in the inside of this polygon. Similarly, the interior angles will be always less than 180 degree. But in concave polygon, one or more diagonals, as you can see in the first figure, this diagonal will lie inside the figure and the other diagonal is outside the figure. This type of polygon is called concave polygon. Plus, in this also, one or more of its interior angle is greater than 180 degree. Now we are going to learn about regular and irregular polygons. Now in regular polygon, a polygon in which all the sides, you can see here, all the sides and the angle are equal is called a regular polygon. As you can see in the first polygon, it's a triangle. It's actually equilateral triangle in which you can observe all the three angles are same and all three sides are same. Similarly, the second figure you can see that is a square in which also all four angles are same plus all four sides are same. So this type of polygons are called regular polygons. And the irregular polygons are the polygons in which the sides and angles are not equal. Now, we start with angle sum property of quadrilateral. All of you know that the sum of measures of three angles of a triangle is 180 degree. Recall the methods by which we tried to visualize this fact. We now extend this idea to a quadrilateral. Now, as in your textbook, figure of quadrilateral is given named A, B, C, D. If I draw a diagonal AC, then it will get divided into two triangles. And total there will be 6 angles named 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Now if I find the sum of the triangle ADC, it is obviously going to be 180 degree according to the angle sum property of triangle. Similarly, for triangle ABC also I will get 180 degree according to the angle sum property of triangle. So if I add both 180 plus 180, I am going to get total 360 degree, which shows that the sum of the all four angles of a quadrilateral is equal to 360 degree. Same way, second activity is given with the help of cardboard. You can perform this at home and try to find the total of four angles that will give you 360 degree.
After watching this video, you are going to write points from the PDF along with the figures in your Maths Interleaf notebook. And tomorrow we will start with exercise 3.1.